Guys, stop! You have to record!
Let's get it. Y'all good? Y'all good? We good? We good? Yo, Ja, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Not the bottom.
All day.
I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit it.
Pros all day.
Yeah, we here. Tune in, baby.
Videos all day, baby, all day.
Yo, what's goody with y'all? It's Good Vibes Only Network in the building. We coming back.
How y'all doing, Tribe?
9 with the podcast. We hope y'all enjoying. Hope audio levels is good. Hope the video is good. You know, we here again in the building. Another video coming at you. You know,
what's going on?
You know how it is. Like always.
How y'all doing?
Just coming through with some news. You know, some topics, some opinions, how we feeling, how you feeling. We always love the feedback. Always remember, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And as always, all of our social medias and all of our channel information will be in the link in the descriptions. And if we talk about any stories or topics, all the sources always in the description. If y'all want to take a look for yourself, because, you know, we don't like posting, you know, the actual video or us reacting to it, because, you know, copyright and you know, all that YouTube stuff. You know,
just
you gotta
make your own opinion.
Hell yeah.
Of course.
Hell yeah, bro. But we've been vibing. You know, just working, continuing all the time. I got, you know, I've been playing some MLB The Show 21. You know, the brand new one. This is a decent game. We'll go over here. You know. What you been doing, bro? You know, military stuff. What you been doing? Just
keep doing that work.
Right. You got a workout, you know, today, right?
Yeah, I got some PT, some training, which will be going down after we film this. Obviously, you know what I'm saying.
Course.
So I'm a little, I'm not necessarily all together. You know what I'm saying. But
military do, you know, they do their thing. You know, I've heard funny stories, military. Funny things, you know, I was playing Warzone, quarantine time. One of my boys, and you know, one of his homies, you know, he was in the military. He was actually at, you know, the location, you know, where, you know, boot camp location, or, you know, wherever, you know, they gotta be at. And he was telling me some stories, you know, about some military dudes, you know, getting caught up, you know, smoking that crack, bro. Military, what you doing, bro? Supposed to be serving and shit. What you doing, bro? You supposed to be serving. You supposed to be supporting us. And y'all ain't doing crack.
They ain't the right ones.
You on crack?
They ain't the right ones.
Stay off the weed. Stay off the crack. Like my boy Stephen A. Smith was saying. Stay off that shit, bro.
Nah, yeah, 100%. You know what I'm saying? We can't do our jobs properly with our mental all jacked up. So for all our military guys out there. Get straight, you know what I'm saying?
At least they not weirdos, you know. I haven't really heard stories, you know. But, you know, there has probably been caught, you know, pedos and shit, like weirdos niggas. Like, because they've definitely been caught. You know, I seen some Chris Hansen, you know, military guys, they got caught. But every field, everywhere, you know, you're going to find some weirdos, you know. It don't matter what field, job you are in, technically, you know what I'm saying? It's about the type of person you are. End of the day,
you know what I'm saying? But hopefully we gotta get the good people.
I feel like especially
over here, you know?
Especially now with the social media boom, and it gives those people just a bigger voice and, you know, a easier access to like children, bro. It's kind of weird, bro. And like nowadays, I feel like people aren't really as outraged, you know, like that, you know, simply like the EDP shit, bro. Like EDP. You know, a famous YouTuber, you know, he has a couple million subscribers, you know, known as an Eagles fan and all that shit. Crazy motherfucker. Like, even with that, like, people aren't really outraged as much as they're, like, just making jokes about it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah.
Like,
I mean, bro, it's everybody's kind of getting, like, desensitized. And now with everything that is going on with certain people we got, you know, gay rights and LGBTQ and all that, bro.
But
like,
the thing about that
it's not even
that doesn't even that I can see your correlation with that, but it's not even like, you know, I'm based it off the origins, because the origins of everything always starts with a good message or a good, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong, you know, human rights, but like, you know what I'm saying? I feel what you're saying. Like nowadays, a lot of the movements that are for, you know what I'm saying, a lot of things that people, you know, can oppose or agree on, you know, those movements aren't really for the people.
It's not even that.
Say what you say. You know, bro, it's my fault for cutting you off.
You good 100%. It's just at that, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, everything that goes on when it comes to, you're right, you know, everything starts out originally good. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be treated equal when it comes to their beliefs or their sexuality and everything like that.
This is America, bro.
But it comes down. No,
you
bro,
can do that.
You could do whatever you please. But
I feel what you're saying, though.
But
you can do that. I don't care.
Social media is really desensitizing and putting out things that a lot of kids can see. You know what I'm saying? And if we're not letting kids drive a car, we're not letting kids drink alcohol or do drugs, or they can't even be questioned by the cops without their parents. You can't go to the principal's office, you know, without getting your parents called or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That now you got something so broad and really unfiltered like the internet. And nowadays younger kids are always on their phones or learning how to see stuff that are meant for adults.
Because
you know
look at it,
saying?
like nowadays parenting isn't even a thing anymore. It's just like once a kid is born now, it's like you just give them an iPad. Like my little cousin has like 3 iPads, bro.
Yeah.
And that's besides the one the school gave him, bro. Like that's crazy. Like parents don't even like parent the kids. Like back then, my parents didn't just shove like technology and materialistic things at me. Like yes, I had those things, but it was because, you know, I earned the things, or like my parents gave them to me because I did something good.
Or you were responsible enough to.
I didn't. No, you know, I wasn't stupid, but when I did get in trouble and I did misbehave, all of those priorities got taken away. And like nowadays, I see like those priorities, like kids, you know, they'll get it taken away for like a week or 2, and then like they'll be good.
That might not even be the case.
And sometimes they don't even get their stuff taken away. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they just, you know, like, and it also has to do with like parents. All nowadays, especially, like everything's expensive, so parents have to work more, and you see it with, you know, the single parent rate. You know, single mothers, single fathers. Like when you're a single mother and you have a kid or 2, maybe 3 kids to take care of, you gotta work. And it's hard to take care of the kid because he or she is home alone all the time. But and you have to provide, you know, financially, and you can't provide in the home, and you do as much as you can. And those are people you appreciate. You know what I'm saying?
Going off of that, bro. Like at that point, I'd say a lot of parents nowadays are just blind to what their kids are really doing and what their kids are up to. Not saying that they don't pay attention, but you know they are busy keeping that roof over their kids' head and their head, and putting food in their bellies and clothes on your back. That maybe the innocent or not so innocent things that they are doing are just sitting down. You know, we talked about it. Your little cousin is up throughout the whole night playing video games and doing all that. It's just not good for your mental. It's just a bad habit. You know what I'm saying? Everything comes with age. You know what I'm saying?
Because when I was younger, like people would tell me things, and I'll be like, "Why are you saying this to me?" And honestly, now as an older person, when you tell somebody things, a lot of the time you tell them something, especially if they're younger, it's like, because either like you did something and you're still going through that same thing at this age, and you're like, bro, don't do, and you see that person trying to do the same thing or going into that same habit or any habits, you're like, bro, don't do it, because you know that outcome, and you know what it's gonna lead to. Like, yes, at first it's gonna be cool, like, you know what I'm saying, it's not gonna be like you don't need it, you're just doing it just cause whatever. But after a while, bro, you're gonna just be doing it just cause, like, damn, I'm trying to get this, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to get whatever I just need. It's not even about a joyful thing anymore.
And obviously, like now older, thinking about it, when I was a kid, I thought bedtime, what's a bedtime? I don't need a bedtime, this and that, I'll stay up until I'm tired, this and that, or I go to bed. But really thinking about it now is sleep is really important, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to that, when my parents was always like, all right, bedtime, go to bed, or turn off the TV, or stop playing video games, stop doing that. Like, it wasn't them being annoying, it was them showing me what's better. It's discipline and what's better, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, when I got older, throughout my teenage years, obviously, like, I was able to go to bed later, and I'd get up on my own earlier, you know what I'm saying?
A lot, like
ourselves.
you're saying, yeah, but that's the thing, a lot of that, you know, as you get older, you get the more freedoms. The reason you're taught the things you're taught when you're younger, discipline especially, and then when you're older, you know, the reason you get more freedoms is because you learn those things as a young age. So now you're out there. Now you have to exercise these things you learn. You have to exercise these lessons your parents taught you, like sleeping early, at bedtime, or you know, going out, or whatever the case may be. Responsibilities before, you know, wants, needs before, you know what I'm saying?
No,
all that.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? As you get older, now you have to learn it. And a lot of times when you get older, you either are the person who understands the past and understands mistakes and understands how to grow from it, and you did grow from it, or you're just going to be a person that deflects on it and dwells on it and live your life based off of, you know what I'm saying, whatever your mistakes were. You don't look at them as, you know, things to learn from or grow from. You look at them as things that haunt you. You know what I'm saying? Things that keep you down.
No, yeah,
that's the problem.
It's a great thing, you know, as a kid. Definitely thinking of why I have to do particular things. Why were my parents disciplining me? Why were they telling me pretty much what to do? You know, when you're younger at that mind, oh, no one could tell me what to do, this and that. But you got to think about it. You know, you getting up early for work. It's, you don't go to work, you get in trouble. You know, this is something you have to live. You know what I'm saying? You live to survive. You know what I'm saying? And being able to like have that pace and be like, all right, I am gonna go to bed at this time. Look, I can stay up. I can stay up for however long. You know what I'm saying? I could stay up until the next morning. It doesn't change the fact that I'm going to be tired when I have work. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm not gonna perform as well as I'm going to when I'm working, or when I'm working out, or when I'm trying to learn things online. You know what I'm saying? When I'm trying to do particular things, it doesn't work well, you know? And that's that.
Keep talking, bro.
And like that's the one thing that's just that I've learned from my parents, you know, when it's all right, make sure you don't waste your food. You know what I'm saying? Because you're fortunate enough to have food, or don't speak this way to an adult, because eventually you're gonna become an adult, and you're not gonna want to be spoken in any type of manner that isn't respectful.
But switching on that, talk about, you know, habits and shit, you know, things from the past. Let's get on this EDP topic. You know
go
what
ahead. We went on a loop, so
it's all good, bro. It's all good. You know, that's a podcast right there. You know, that we having a conversation.
Of course.
Conversations. You know, when you're a human, you know, it always switches.
Just leads.
You know, you need to, when you're making your points, you need to reflect on something to prove or make your points so people understand. And getting on the EDP topic, you know, EDP famous, you know, content creator. You know, he was charged during an online sting operation, trying to meet a 13-year-old girl. He was called by a YouTuber, you know, named Predator Poachers, and what he does on his YouTube. And, you know, this is a community, you know, a lot of people do this, you know, and they catch predators, they'll pose as, you know, underage kids, lure predators, and then, and you know, pedos, you know, to try, you know, they pose as underage girls and meet the pedos, you know, because they're trying to see, you know, who's trying to meet underage kids.
And look, at that point, bro, if you're a sound-minded person, it doesn't matter who's trying to do what. At that point, even if they're posing or not, you wouldn't. No matter if they're posing or doing anything, any right-minded person would obviously stay clear, wouldn't do that. Why are you communicating with me? You know what I'm saying? Why is this communication happening? Or just straight leave it alone. Turn your back and walk away, you know what I'm saying?
But Yeah, man. He was known for like his risky ass jokes, you know, crazy rants. You know, he's an Eagles fan. You know, he'll talk about like the Patriots and stuff. Like that's what he was known for. You know, later on did like mukbangs and more into like that. You know, that fitted his description. You know, a little bored. You know, so I got him. But like, you know, what I'm saying. He's a guy that you think about it. He's a big guy, you know what I'm saying? His habits, eating wise. I'm not trying to get on no fat people. I'm just trying to get on him because he's not a good person. But if he thinks his eating, the way he eats and the way he goes about that thing, he thinks he's gonna be easier for him to get a woman. And then he was saying he was lonely and all that. But like, come on, bro, like.
There's no excuse, bro.
Like,
There's
look,
no excuse.
He was talking to the minor for 2 weeks, you know, or 2 weeks, 2 months, excuse me. He's talking to 2 months, he was sending messages, dirty ass messages, talking about weird shit, what he wanted to do with her, you know, call her like little princess and stuff, like, you know, he was sending dick pics and all that, like.
It's a little chode and shit.
Nah, yeah, like, and even in like one of his recent videos, like before he even got caught. He was doing a mukbang and he got a call from the decoy, and he was flexing on his YouTube to his fans, and he was like, "Yo, y'all some non-pussy ass like dudes, y'all not getting none, like y'all see me like that." And I'm like, that's disgusting, bro. Like that's a 13-year. That, you know, even if the decoy is not even if the decoy is 18, she's posing as you think she's 13, bro. Yeah. That's messed up, bro. That's weird, bro. Like,
bro, and it's just the mindset of what he must be thinking. Taking advantage. Bro. First of all, that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I have little cousins. I have a sister. I have a mother. You have a sister. You have a mother.
Yeah, but that's,
you know what
I'm
saying? That's just bro. That's disgusting. Hell, that's disgusting. And the fact is, we had this conversation. You know what I'm saying? No matter of what he looks like and this and that, you know what I'm saying? My man still has some status, you know what I'm saying? He still has got money, you know what I'm saying? He's got a YouTube channel, social medias that is doing well, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, it's not like there isn't any women out there for him.
Yeah, bro. Like he admitted to everything. Like he admitted to the child logs. He admitted to the pictures. He admitted he was texting the girls. He admitted he even had like a fetish and like fantasies about like being with a girl like with a big ass age gap, like young, like he fantasized like, and then he tried to play it off in the video, like he was like, bro, you know what I feel like to the guy, like you know what I mean, like it's like a sexual fantasy, like you know how people have like fetishes, like foot fetishes and shit, like he was trying to pose that as like a fetish, like that's not a fetish, that's just being a fucking weirdo, bro.
And like, what do you say? You can't say that's a mental disorder. Like, you can't say. How are you going to defend that? You know what I'm saying? Like
that's some weird ass shit.
You can't.
You're just a weirdo, bro. Like
you got a fetish for age gaps. What is he like 20, 30? Go ahead.
30.
Go ahead, 60. What about that? That's a pretty big age gap.
Late in the video 50s. Too, like what they called the cops, and he was like,
you don't like no gilfs?
Like, bro, he called the cops, bro. They called the cops on him, and he was acting like, yo, what you do? Like, yo, come on, bro. Like, don't do this to me, all that. And like he's been, we don't know like if he's been arrested or not. He has posted videos, after. We don't know if there's an investigation or anything, but like in his videos after on his channel, he's trying to defend himself, deny the allegations and all that shit. Like say like he wasn't talking to a 13-year-old girl because they were posing as a 13-year-old girl. But like the thing is, he been caught before. Like he never been caught on a channel like during like in person, but he been caught talking to young girls, asking for pictures, talking to younger fans. He been caught doing that shit. So like. The apple don't fall far from the tree, bro. Like you are a weirdo.
The apple hit the tree. The bark.
It been hit the ground.
It was in there.
It's right there. It's hanging.
Bro, and that's where it comes down to it, because there's so much accessibility. How we were talking about with like all the internet, that people are disgusting when it comes to it. You know what I'm saying? That people can do this. Like I'm disappointed in the fact that people can do this, that people are doing this. You know what I'm saying? Someone that's supposed to be a part of the community, right? That talks, that has a children based.
His fan base is
content.
mostly kids, bro. It's mostly teenage kids in high school. You know what I'm saying? Because in high school, I used to watch this shit in high school. That shit was funny.
And you're directing towards those type
but like
of kids.
it's not even funny.
No.
And it's not even directed towards kids. His jokes are sexual ass jokes, bro. Like he's talking about sex most of the time, being his me and all that. Because that's what he do. He a lonely nigga. That's it. He a lonely ass, bro. What else are you gonna call him, bro?
Dude, bro, a pedophile ass,
lonely ass motherfucker,
weird
motherfucker.
Bro.
Let's switch to the time. I don't want to talk about this shit no more, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Let's talk about some Jake. Let's talk about some potential fights. You know, with YouTube, because YouTube is popping right now. What's going on with YouTube boxing? Like, boxing is kind of dead. You know, not dead, but like, you know, ratings wise, boxing is not what it was. Like, but YouTube boxing. Jake Paul, you know, TikTok versus YouTube would be mad hyped up. But Jake Paul, bro, potential fights, you know, after his recent fight with Ben Askren, bitch ass, you know, got his ass knocked out first round, you know, but he got some good ratings.
Bro, I'm pretty sure in all-time pay-per-view, he's like top 7.
Apparently,
definitely top 10.
Apparently, but you know, there's some talks with the boy Keemstar. You know, the boy Keemstar, talking about, you know, Jake Paul. You know, there've been talks, you know, about, you know, maybe possible McGregor Jake Paul fight. You know, maybe some talks. You know, Conor McGregor not a guy, you know, that, you know, when he smells money, he sees money. You know, he gonna think of the idea, but you know, Conor McGregor, you know, he's the guy. He made more money. You gotta think about it, in one boxing match than he did in his whole career, bro. So like, this is a guy that. He don't want to go back to you know, there's a reason he's not fighting. He only fought that one time, you know, when he lost. He don't care about the UFC, bro. You know, he's a guy, he wants to get paid out. If he sees that, like,
it's worth it?
He sees it's worth it, he's going to get the views, he's going to get the revenue, and he's going to make the money. He's going to take it. And the thing about McGregor, I don't see McGregor taking a fight unless he's leaving with at least over $100 million. Because that's what he made in his last fight with Mayweather. He's not leaving without a figure like that. Because you got to think about, you know, whiskey company, business ventures. You know, his whiskey company overseas $1 billion in revenue. And then he got other business ventures. He's a multi.
Bro,
he's made more money outside of boxing. Outside of UFC. Because he's been smart with it. And he knows with boxing, he can do it on occasion. And if he fights Jake Paul, we know he gonna win. He had a fighter's chance, you know, against Floyd Mayweather, who's probably the greatest, one of the greatest, or if not, some people say he's the greatest boxer of all time because he's undefeated, never lost. But you know, I don't really think McGregor will take the fight. There's a higher chance he won't take the fight than he will take
100%. Because at that point, I think he moved from the fighting scene to business, man.
Nah, he trying to get his money.
You right. Everything you said, you know, his last fight with
who was it? I don't even know his name.
Not
bro.
even that.
I don't even know the dude's name, bro.
Bro,
I don't even know. Because I'm not really in tune with UFC like that. Like that's the thing about McGregor, what he can do. Like he takes a fan of any sport, just a regular person, and he can turn him into a UFC fan. Because I watch UFC when McGregor has a fight. I watch when McGregor has a fight. I don't watch UFC, you know, unless McGregor's fighting. And I only watch them. I only care about the McGregor fight because during the other fights, I'm either, you know, it's pregame. We pregame for the main event, bro. That's it.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's at that point, like, he really switches gears from just fighting to being the money man. He's straight business. You know what I'm saying? Him fighting Floyd, him with his whiskey company and doing other ventures that obviously we know he's up to. You know what I'm saying? But his business, his money.
Very quiet guy, bro.
He's doing
quiet
it,
about his business, man.
No, you know. He's not like, the same only fighting McGregor. We heard McGregor. When he was in the ring, we was hearing him.
He talked his talk, man.
No,
you know, a fight I could see Jake Paul taking, you know, especially, you know, Logan Paul fighting Floyd. So, like, that's happening in about, like, a month. You know, they fighting. But, like, a fight I can see that like, I've been hearing talks about Daniel Cormier, UFC guy. but he you know, I heard, you know, they was talking, you know, Cormier was saying some things, you know, in the commentary, you know, and then like in the last UFC, like this weekend, they had like confrontation and all that, and like, you know, they've been talking, but Cormier wants to fight him, but he said he only want to fight him in the octagon. But like, I don't think, you know, if he fight Jake Paul in the octagon, like Jake Paul is going to die.
Bro, it's not the same.
Jake Paul is going to die, bro.
It's not the same. You know what I'm saying? You using everything in the octagon. You throwing elbows, knees, hamstrings.
Yeah, that's what Cormier told him. He was like, don't mess.
Shins,
you know, he said, you in the fighting game, don't mess with guys like me or like actual athletes, bro, who can hurt you, bro. Like, this shit ain't a game, bro. Like, and it's true, bro. Logan Paul got to choose his battles, you know, wisely. Because, honestly, that's what he's done recently. You know, the last fights, in the fights he's taken, they've all been, like, hand-picked guys.
Bro, at that point,
and reasonable fights that we knew he could win, you know?
Or at least, he's not going to put himself in a position of losing. Because at that point, you can see he wants to be a guy that doesn't lose.
The only time he'll put his position to lose is against McGregor. The only time he'll care, if he don't care about winning or losing, is against McGregor. Yeah, he knows he'll make the bread, and he'll be like, all right, let me go to my next fight. And it'll be a fight he could win, you know? Because he'll prove, I fought with a real guy. I don't need to fight real guys. I'm going to just make my buck, bro. At that point, I'm not going to overseed. I'm not going to get really hurt, you know, for the long term doing this.
And he does say, I mean, he can say he wants to be a true fighter all he wants, but at the end of the day, bro, like, you telling me it's about the money.
You gotta be a different type of person too, bro. You gotta be a different breed of a person to actually, like, especially start boxing that late, and you know what I'm saying, not having a background in it.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, what you wrestle is not the same.
It's not the same, bro.
So it's really.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens in the coming weeks. We'll keep y'all in tune, man. But you know what I'm saying? I think that will do it, man. You know, want to bring a little shorter video to y'all. You know, we got, you know, my boy got to do some things.
Yeah, I got a balance for this.
But we'll see y'all, you know, Thursday. But make sure to stay always in tune. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Always follow us down on our social medias, personal channel social medias, TikTok, and always subscribe to the channel.
Yes, sir.
GVO podcast in the books. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.